Hello, Engineer Hani, how are you?
Hello, Shrif, how are you doing?
I'm fine. Can you tell me more, please, about the HVAC testing and balancing activity, and what is the difference between it and the testing commissioning activities that we add in the testing commissioning phase? Because in my BOQ, I have an item called HVAC balancing and testing. So I don't know the relation between it and the testing commissioning activity.
Okay, so HVAC testing. We have several tests for HVAC. First test that we are sure that the ducts of the HVAC are not leaking. So how we can test the air? So we can do some we call a smoke test. So we put some smoke inside the ducts and see if there are any leakages in the ducts. So this is one test. The other test is to be sure that the air is coming from the outlets. After we be sure that it is working, the air is flowing and the air is coming from the proper outlets, no leakages, now we'll start the balancing. Balancing means the volume of air and the temperature of air as per the required specs. So we making balancing, maybe we will reduce the valve, increase the valve to be sure that the temperature in the room or in the area meets the required temperature. So we measure the flow of the air, the temperature of the air. This is what we call balancing. And the balancing usually is being done at the very end. After we did all the tests for all equipment, for everything, then we start doing the balancing.
So this activity is the same as testing and commissioning activity for HVAC?
No, as I told you, testing and commissioning, we will test that the chiller is working, the flow is coming from the outlets, and everything is working. But the balancing is to be sure the amount of air, the volume of air is as required, the temperature of the air is as required, and the temperature of the room itself is meeting the requirements. So this is balancing. From its name, we balance. Maybe you have a flow of the air. Okay, you need more flow in this room, less flow in the other room. This is what we do in the balancing. But for testing, we just check that the air is coming from the equipment, coming out from the equipment.
And which one of them we need to make it first?
Testing and commissioning first, then the balancing.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, Shrif.